What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another life story. As y'all can see, this is the third time I called Livelinks and the last time. And this is probably the funniest story of them all. But before I get into that, man, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. I appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate all my returning viewers, whether you're subscribed or not. I'm going to be giving away $100 to a subscriber, a random subscriber, once I reach 1,000. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because it just might be you, man. It's a free $100, man. Yeah, we're still keeping the party going because if you haven't watched my video below this, it's been 5 years since I left the streets. You can watch that video and hopefully you gain something out of it. But yeah, this is the third and final time, 3 strikes in a row, that I called Livelinks. All right, so let me explain this to y'all. If you haven't watched any of these videos yet, go back and start with the first one, watch the second one, and then come back to this one, man. But if you have already, then hey, this is the third and final installment of that series, right? So for those of y'all who haven't watched that video and are still watching, I'm gonna just give y'all a little background. You can go watch a video of, I'm sure they got a commercial of Livelinks on YouTube, but basically Livelinks was like a mix of a dating service and social media, you know, combined in one, and you got Livelinks, right? So mind you, this story takes place in about early 2006. And you know, Livelinks was a thing where you could call, you could say your name, it'll record it, and then you would record a short little 30-second message. And if somebody liked you, they'd press on you, and if you liked them, you'd press on them, and if y'all matched, then they would hook y'all up and give y'all a free hour, right? So I already explained what happened the first 2 times, but this time, as y'all can read in the title, it was a whale of a tale, and I'll get into that, and y'all will see why the Superman and the Shamu is in the thumbnail, and it makes perfect sense, right? So this is the third time I call Livelinks. You know, I'm bored at work one day, you feel me? And by then I got a camera phone, right? So, you know, I'm able to receive pictures and shit. Even though they're grainy little small ass megapixel pictures, I'm able to receive them, right? So I get on the phone with this white bitch. Yes, all 3 of these bitches was white that I had talked to in Livelinks. For some reason, the white bitches used to be on me in the early 2000s, right? So anyways, so we chopping it up. She's like, yeah, you can come through my house. You know what I'm saying? She was like, my daughter's home, but it's cool. Like, she gonna be in the next room doing her own thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Where you stay at? So she gave me an address over there. And I remember, nigga, this is before phones even had GPS or anything like that. Like, a GPS was a whole separate entity that you had to buy if you wanted some directions. Nigga, I had to print the directions off of MapQuest. Nigga, if y'all old enough to remember MapQuest, you already know what I'm talking about, man, right? So I printed the directions off of MapQuest. It was somewhere in Carmichael, somewhere, you know what I'm saying, where the white folks stay at. But anyways, man, so I was like, hey, you know, I told y'all what happened the first 2 times in the first 2 Livelinks videos, but this time I wanted to see a picture, you feel me? So I'm like, hey, you know, shoot me a little picture or whatever, right? So she shot me a little picture, you know what I mean? So she shot me like 2 or 3 pictures. I'm like, okay, you know, a little bitch is working with something, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So, you know, I get off work, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. I'm gonna have to pour a little bit more for this one. You feel me? So anyways, I get off work and I'm mobbing over there, you know what I'm saying? On the blades that I just told y'all about that I got from the sugar mama in that last video. And, you know, she was like, you can't park in the apartments because, you know, it's only so many parking. So, but you can park right there on the street. So I'm like, all right, bet. She's like, I'll be standing outside and you know, I'll show you where I live. You can see my apartment from the street. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now, mind you, my nigga, I wear glasses and contacts, you know what I'm saying? But at this time, I didn't have them in, you know what I mean? So that was already a red flag for myself, right? So I park, pull the whip up, you know, get out. You feel me? And I see her and she's waving, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, you know, like, she's way down there though, like she like 100 yards away, right? So I'm like, cool, like, all right, you know, finna go over here and see what's cracking with this little thing. You know, I got me some tree, you know, it's whatever. So I start walking, but as I got like halfway there, she just went in the house. So I'm like, she just like, come on, and she went in the house. So I'm like, all right, I knew what apartment it was. So when I walk in the apartment, she wasn't in the living room. She was in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I could hear her daughter in her daughter's room watching TV or whatever, but the door was kind of closed. And she's like, hey, make yourself at home. My room is right there. Go on ahead and go in the room. I'm going to just wash up these dishes real quick. You want something to drink? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, all right. So I walk into her room, right? So I walk into her room, my nigga. She got like one of these old school ass bookcases, like, like the Encyclopedia Britannica whole volume set would be on, like an old school, like if you ever walked into your grandma's house and you seen an old ass bookshelf, right? So that's the first shit I noticed was the old ass bookshelf, right? She had a dresser right here, bed was right there. No, she had like a little makeup table or something. Dresser was right here at the end of the bed, and there was a window and it was open, you know what I'm saying? And then she had the bed, and then she had this big ass bookcase, right? So on this big ass bookcase, it wasn't no books. Nigga, it was filled with nothing but pornos, my nigga. Yes, let me say that again. She had rows and rows and rows of motherfucking pornos, nigga. And I'm talking about like, and they were categorized too, like gangbangs, black niggas on white chicks, threesomes, anal, motherfucking, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This bitch is kind of kinky in this bitch. Like, okay, nigga, like, okay, what's up? You know what I mean? So I'm sitting on the bed, you know what I mean? Like, and I start breaking down my weed and shit, and she taking hella long in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? So, but mind you, on the phone, she told me like, hey, I got a nigga, you know what I mean? But my nigga ain't here. My nigga ain't gonna be here till like maybe like 10 o'clock that night. So I'm already skeptical, and I had the strap, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave the strap in the car. Like, it's whatever. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna just roll the dice on this one, and I rolled the motherfucking dice on this one, right? So I'm like, god damn, like this bitch is a little freaky freak. That's what I'm thinking as I'm sitting on the bed rolling the weed, right? So the bitch comes in from washing the dishes, right? And nigga, she opened the door and nigga, she did not look like what the fuck them pictures look like, my nigga. Like, the bitch must have sent me some pictures from like 1995, nigga. Not 1996, not 2006, nigga, because this bitch came in here looking like Shamu, nigga. I'm talking about Free Willy! Remember that shit? Like, nigga, I am not this little white boy off of Free Willy! You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it was a whale of a tale. So nigga, I remember I'm breaking down the weed and she came in, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I brought you some water anyway. I'm like, all right, cool. And I hadn't really like looked up at first, but nigga, I'm breaking down the weed and I looked up and I'm just like, nigga, who the fuck is this Raiders linebacker looking bitch? Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, you remember when on Friday when the bitch pulled up and she got out the car and Smokey was like, oh, hell no, nigga, that's exactly how I was feeling up in that bitch. Like, oh, hell no, nigga. Like, I started feeling like Smokey in that bitch, because this bitch looked like an orca, nigga. This bitch looked like Free Willy. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, I'm in her room, so I'm kind of trapped now. Like, shit, there's no way I can get through this big linebacker defensive end for the motherfucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I got the stone face though, nigga. I'm playing it cool. I'm like, all right, thank you. But in my mind, I'm like, God damn it, dummy! You know what I'm saying? Like Smokey on Friday, you feel me? So, nigga, I roll up the blunt, you know what I'm saying? And she comes sit next to me and she's talking and shit. And all I could think about, like, nigga, was like, this bitch is a super freak on one end, because she got the whole bookcase. I bullshit y'all not, bro. This shit was like taller than me, and it was full of, she must have had like 300 motherfucking DVDs of nothing but porn, and she had like some little toys and shit. So I'm like, damn, like she with it, you know what I mean? But this bitch could not get it, cause bruh, I am not finna hit it. Like, nigga, I don't care if nobody else found out, nigga. I still have to look myself in the mirror like, hell nah, bitch. Like, bitch, I'm cool, bruh. I'm good, my nigga. Like, nah, bruh. Like, any bitch that know me know my dick is is grade A, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just be putting it into anything. I don't give a fuck if nobody else would have found out. Like, I ain't that type of nigga. Like, nah, bitch, I still got to look at myself in the mirror, right? So anyway, so I remember there was a knock at the door. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was like, is that your nigga? She was like, nah, he ain't. Man, that nigga works like, she named somewhere like Daly City or somewhere like in the Bay. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you sure? She's like, no, trust me, that's not my nigga. You know what I mean? So, nigga, mind you, I'm sparking up the blunt, and she goes to see, oh, no. Her kid started crying for something first. That's what happened. So her kid started crying for something first, and I'm hitting a blunt, and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get out this situation? You know what I'm saying? So I look, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this window is open, nigga. I might just pull a soldier boy and you know, I might have to Superman on that hoe, like dun dun dun, like nigga, I'm about this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, but she hurried up and came back in before I could do anything. You know what I mean? So I'm hitting a blunt. You know what I mean? I ain't even passing this bitch the blunt because I don't even want her to hit my blunt at all, nigga. So I'm hitting the blunt. And I can see on her face, she's like, damn, is this nigga gonna pass the blunt, nigga? I'm hitting, trying to, like, nigga, my mind is just gone. Like, what the fuck did I get myself into? You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyways, so then somebody knocked on the door, and I'm just thinking, like, is that your nigga? And she like, nah, you know, like I just told y'all. So she went out the room, and I'm just thinking, like, damn, Jesus, thank you. Cause I'm about to Superman on that hoe. Dun, 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 you know, I'm about to do it all, nigga. So I bullshit you not. She walked out the door, and the door was cracked a little bit, and I got up and I just pushed the little door open, nigga, and I hopped out the motherfucking window, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I jumped out the motherfucking window, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. Like I jumped out like Superman, like dun dun dun, nigga. I was out, but mind you, nigga, I wasn't calculating how far down it was, nigga. I just jumped out the window. So I'm thinking of, you know, most windows is like maybe like 2 or 3 feet. Nigga, this shit was like a 10-foot fall, nigga. Like, I wish I had a cape on that day. Nigga, I jumped out the window and I was like, oh, boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I landed on my feet, but I'm like, God damn, nigga. Like, so, nigga, I remember her apartments was like square shaped. So, nigga, I ran all the way down, cut all the way down, and then came all the way out and hopped in my car and skirt. Nigga, I was out that bitch. You feel me? Like, nigga, I was out. Here come this bitch texting me and calling me like, hey, it's okay. That wasn't my man. Come back. Like, I'm really fucking with you. I'm feeling you. Like, damn, you fine as fucking. I'm just thinking like, God damn it. Like, oh, hell no. I'm feeling like Smokey, nigga. I'm over here ready to go home and take me a shower like the Crying Game or something. Like, nigga, what is going on around this bitch? Like, I promised myself that day, like, bitch, hey, I am never calling Livelinks ever again. Nigga, I already had 2 crazy ass episodes the first 2 times, which ended up working out. But this time, like, nah, nigga, I had to, nigga, that bitch came in there looking like Shamu, and I could not do that shit. Hell nah, bruh. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't have fucked that bitch with your dick. I wouldn't have fucked that bitch with a plastic dick, and I damn sure wasn't fucking that bitch with my dick. You feel what I'm saying, man? Yeah. So, yeah, I had to Superman that hoe, man. But anyways, yeah, so finally the bitch, after like 50 texts and 100 calls, she gets the message. Like, she starts sending messages like, oh, I see you're not feeling me. You must not be feeling me. What, you scared to come back over here? And I'm just like, bitch, hey, you can try any tactic you want. I'm not coming back over there. Like, skirt. I was out, nigga, and never seen the bitch again. Never heard the bitch again. I couldn't block her out my phone. You couldn't do that with phones by then. But, hey, nigga, it was a wrap. But, yes, man, that was the 3rd time and final time I ever called Livelinks, man, and never looked back and never called again, man. But I'm telling y'all, that motherfucking drop out that window was like damn near 12 fucking feet, nigga. I'm not even bullshitting, nigga. I thought I was about to break an ankle or something when I jumped out that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, the moral of the story is hey, your boy got catfish before catfish was even a term around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that was my last time calling Livelinks. I don't even know if they're still in business, man. Somebody hit a comment below and tell me if they still in business, man. But yeah, that was it, man. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. and scroll on down and watch them first 2 times I call Livelinks if you haven't watched that yet, man. It's your boy King, and I'm out.